Hello everybody. Today we're going to be going over how to customize an Eblast in StudioPro. First off, if you've never utilized StudioPro before, it is a free online emailing service where you can import contact information such as your past clients or people that you work with regularly in the real estate industry. StudioPro is connected to your Element MLS account, so your listings that you have on the market or for rent are automatically brought in from the listing system. So getting started, you'll always want to navigate to the Marketing tab in StudioPro. This is where a majority of the templates live for Eblasts, social media assets, and printable pages. Today, like I said, we're going to be focusing on custom Eblasts. So let's say I have a listing that I want to promote an open house coming up in the next weekend. There's a few ways that you can go about doing this. The first and most common way for active agents is to scroll down to the bottom of the page. And under this Promote Listings section, most of your active listings will appear in this area. I am not an active agent, so unfortunately I don't have any. But the alternative way to do it is to go to the Property section up here and click on any of these subcategories. These are just going to be bold headers for what your Eblast will look like. So I'm going to choose Open House. Select from any of these dozens of pages. You can see that there's a few templates here. I'm going to go with the third option, which is a large rectangular photo. Hit the next button and schedule and send out. I'll be using this house as an example. So right off the bat, what it pulls in is all the information that you've put into MLS or douglaselman.com, the description, the photos, the bedroom bathroom count, square footage, things like that. There are a few little bullet points down here that have space filler text, which is usually just going to be copy and pasted from the bullet above it. What I usually tell agents is to get rid of one of them by hitting the delete button. Something to this degree is fine. There's a chance that these listing features are reiterated somewhere in the description paragraph. You can also change the description paragraph to say whatever you like, as long as it's to the housing terms of services in New York State. If the photo that you see isn't to your liking, like I said, these photos are on MLS and this is being pulled from MLS. You can always choose from your selected photos that you would have taken. So let's say I want to use this photo of the living room that overlooks the water. I can do that. Maybe I want to add in a second photo. If I go to the Basics section, there are a few options to add in. This option that says Listing Image, what I'm going to do is take it, drag it in, and this is important. Do you see that green line that kind of hovers above the Douglas Elliman logo and right below the first photo? That's where the section is going to be placed. So I'll place it in again. I'll type in the listing that I'm using only because I'm not an active agent. It's not going to come up in this panel on the right-hand side. Once I've selected the listing, you can see the first image auto-generates in. Again, I'm going to choose a second image, maybe this aerial shot. That's pretty nice, but it is pretty big. If you want to change the image size, all you have to do is click on the photo and take any of these crop points at the bottom or the top and just drag them until you get a reasonably sized photo. So that's a little bit better. You can still see the beach, the water, a little bit of this house's tennis court, and the house itself. So this is pretty good. The only other thing I would specify is at the top here, if you wanted to put in the correct date and time for the open house, whatever that may be, you can put in here. So in terms of the information of the house, that all looks good. But let's say, for example, I wanted to add in a few more things. Let's say I had 2 rentals coming up this summer that I also wanted to show off in this Eblast. Back over in this right-hand panel, there's a section that says Listings. If I choose any of these options, it'll lay out basically a second version of what I have here for 33 Lily Pond. A few of these options are smaller. Like I said, maybe I have a few rentals that I want to show off. I'm going to take this one right here that says Grid, and I'm going to drop it just below. You can kind of see the green line hovering above my name. For example's sake, I'm just going to keep it consistent and use the same listing. But when I hit next, you'll see that below the main listing, there are 2 miniature ads for 2 other listings of your choosing. And again, just like the top, these sections are all editable too. You can even put in open house times if there is an open house for it. So for example, if I click on this rectangle right here and hit enter below, I can put in an open house time for January 12th, let's say, at 2 p.m. So let's say you want to send out to your clients or people in your sphere something a little bit more informative, like a newsletter. Back in Marketing Center, I'll actually hover over the newsletter area and select the second option that says newsletter. And again, much like the Eblasts section, there are plenty of templates to choose from. I normally recommend scrolling down and selecting this option right here, as it has a lot of different places you can plug in articles or information or anything to your liking. So I'll pick this one up. Now you can see in this template, it's tiled out to feature different articles or stories. What I'm going to do for simplicity's sake is take these sections, delete them for now, and then much like the last template that we looked at, I'm going to go to the right-hand panel, select the article section, and take any of the top 2 options, drag them in, and place them. So this is where you'll be able to plug in any article that you might have from like a local source. I'll take the first option here, drag it in, paste in the link that I have from a second website. This time I'm using the North Forker for local eateries in the area. Select it, hit done, and boom. Here's a link to the article. The only thing I would take note of is if the news website you're using provides shareable links. Sometimes there's websites that don't allow you to share an article unless you are a subscriber to their website. And I know StudioPro is a big website, there's a lot that it can do, so if you ever need help, please reach out to the marketing team and schedule an in-person one-on-one training with somebody on the Agent Success team to go through and show you how to do it in person if you want to. I hope this video helps. Thanks. Have a nice day.